And we're back for part 3 of session 3 of Swords of Wizard's Delight. All right, resuming now. At the base of this stairwell, you guys see the double doors that are barred from this side.
Mm-hmm. Right.
With 2 holders and a huge timber that goes across. All right.
Right. All right. And we were waiting for the others to catch up with us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. So
it's like a 10-foot wide opening on this door.
Right. Okay. And the only other light source in the room is 1 torch?
No, there's 2 torches at the bottom here. There was 1 torch on the
okay.
on the scotch going down the stairwell.
All right. Sure. Okay.
I mean, unless you guys have got torches that are lit, so.
Right.
I have torches, but they're not lit.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you got torches that are lit, so you could,
Do you need a torch, Ram?
No, not at the moment. No. I've got my sword and my shield. That's all I need. All right. Where are those others? And I call up to them again.
All right. Now, you'll hear, at this time, Lauren, you have obviously, if you wish to go inside, you'll hear their voices, even if you don't, echoing up through this stairwell.
Is this, so this looks like it used to be like some kind of cellar or something? Is that kind of what this looks like?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll ask Brother Monty to assist me if he can, down these stairs and stuff. That's okay. And as we move along, I'll kind of just try to take a look and see. I mean, does this look like the lair of these bandits? Is it pretty well stocked and provisioned and stuff, or is it kind of more or less kind of ruiny?
It's stocked and provisioned. There isn't a lot is Spartan to say, other than the fact that you yourself recognize, and I'll roll this over from Colbert, that some of the items that were on the wagon train are stacked up here at the bottom. You get to the bottom. The top is table is more of a gathering place that they were at. The bottom looks to be more of a storage and opening to a further area.
Okay, we don't see any other doors off to the sides or anything. It's pretty much just a straight run
shot.
where we're going. Okay,
Yeah.
All right. Okay, that was it. That's all I want to do.
So yeah, Monty will stay close to Lauren. Lauren only has 1 HP right now, right?
Lauren is once again nursing a gash from the spear attack in his side. He's looking kind of pale in the face, and every step he's kind of grunting and groaning, but he seems to be moving along,
All right, so
but he's not in good shape again.
Monty will just stay by his side and assist him in his movements and what have you.
Okay.
Are we ready to open this door?
Well, the minute I see Lauren and company come down the steps, I'll run to embrace Lauren. I thought you were dead, and I'll squeeze him, pick him up, and set him down, and I'll grab him and look at him.
I'll scream out, "Put me down, you fool!"
Zod, B, you look like death. I don't know what our time limit is, but we may need to rest and let Lauren recover.
I say, the women, we can't stop. My daughter, we can't stop.
And with that, Cobell's over trying to lift the bar off the thing.
Okay, Thomas has been looking around, and he's right beside you. He's halfway preoccupied with Lauren's condition, but it's still just in his nature. He's looking around at everything, and he runs up, trying to find evidence anywhere. Okay. He's too agitated and really to focus too much, and he's always concerned about Lauren, so he's running back to that way. But he goes, yeah, Lorraine could be behind those doors further on. Okay.
Come, Monty. Come, Graham. Help me lift this bar off the door.
Aye. And I'll assist Colbert.
Do we hear any water or get a smell of sea? The gentleman was mentioning a boat. and we are way underground.
Wait a minute. We were near a river. weren't we?
Yes,
I think so. Yeah.
that he did.
All right. We did see a boat.
So as you guys are lifting the bar, Monty will mention, do you hear water? Do you...
Okay.
Oh.
Or smell. Yeah, it wouldn't be salt water. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Okay, so we'll have a listen. Can we roll a 6-sided dice?
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Yeah, okay. Oh, one.
Nice,
One.
nice.
Oh, are we all rolling?
Look,
Sorry.
It's a one, see? One.
Are we all rolling?
Okay, listen.
4 for Colbert.
If y'all could get Colbert to be quiet whenever you're in there, if you're listening through the door or whatever,
Yeah.
you don't really hear anything. It seems like a knock of just silence, other than that, you know.
All right.
And you certainly don't smell anything other than moldy must at this area, this position.
All right. I just shake my head, look back at them, and go, no. Quiet as the crypt.
Colbert walks over to Brother Monty and puts an arm around him and escorts him over away from the group. Brother Monty, I've seen you work miracles. You have saved Lauren once. Is there not something you can do for him? He looks like as if he's going to expire.
He is good to carry on for now. I will stay by his side.
Yes, thank you. I worry for him. He is my only friend.
If you keep rushing ahead, he may be your only friend.
Nice.
You wouldn't mind giving me a hand over here, would you, youngster? Getting this bar up.
Yes. So Colbert will go over and now I made a roll to lift. I didn't realize you were rolling to here, so I made a roll to lift my end. I rolled a 4 if we need to.
Okay. Yeah, what are we rolling for that?
Yeah,
I misunderstood on your
Okay.
listen at doors roll.
Then-
Sorry.
then-
Now,
Thomas over there,
are
too.
both of y'all trying to lift it?
Yes.
We'll send Thomas over there too, if he can, if there's
Yeah,
room.
it shouldn't be no problem with,
Yeah.
with
Okay.
at least 2 of you. Now, I mean, how are you lifting it? What are you doing?
Is it
Just trying to get it off there so we can swing these doors open.
Is it just
Don't-
one?
don't-
No, go ahead.
do it evenly. Let's not just go stirring it up from here, you know. And I'm gonna look at you like nice and easy, all right, you know.
Okay.
Pick it up.
So you-
put it down. Okay. All right.
Is it just one timber or is it 2?
No, it's one. It's one
Okay.
huge timber. And as a matter of fact, he rolled a 4. You roll. If you're going to be on both ends, roll the other one, Graham.
Okay.
And where is Thomas?
I don't know. Does either of these stout guys look like they need a hand, or does he figure he'll be in their way?
It's up to you. I mean,
I
Maybe he can
rolled
get in the middle. Maybe he can get in the middle. I don't know.
okay. Well, he gets.
I don't know. I don't know if that'll help or not.
Well,
If it doesn't.
y'all start lifting lifting it off.
Mm-hmm.
All right. When you pick it up, you feel. I mean, it's a little bit difficult. Not necessarily difficult to pick up lengthwise, but you get to a point where you're halfway up, and all of a sudden it gets a little bit more easy to pick up, and you hear slam slam, and you'll hear chains, and a big whoosh from
Uh-oh.
the. It seems to be from the ceiling.
Uh-oh.
David, I want you to roll for Thomas and the other 2. Y'all roll for agility as well. All right.
So we
Okay.
want to.
Under
do-
our dexterity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thomas,
D20.
do a save. For
Under
D20,
dex? Oh, a
under
save? So you actually want a
Oh.
saving throw?
Oh,
Saving throw?
Okay.
save. Okay.
Yeah. No, you guys can do an agility check. Y'all are on the ends. He's in the middle. He needs to save.
Thomas has to roll a
Oh,
save.
do I have to
Okay.
do a dexterity check? Because I have like a 9 dexterity.
You and I are in the same shape there, buddy.
Yeah. Okay. I'll do it. I'll do
Oh,
it.
I missed it by 1.
You're doing a
Colbert
dex
missed his
check?
roll. Yep.
Okay.
I
Here we
missed
go.
it by 1.
I rolled a 1.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Look. It's a 1. See? A 1.
Okay. There
So
you
the
go.
crippled old man moves like the wind, right? And Colbert fails his dex check.
He was on there. The other 2, you guys.
What am I rolling? Am I rolling a D20 or what am I rolling for the save?
Oh yeah, D20.
Oh, okay. Am I rolling low?
Just get above 15 to be a fine.
No, 3.
Okay. Poor Thomas. He needs to take 1d6 hit points of damage as this huge hammer basically comes out of the wall and pinions himself up against the door and the incompletely taken off timber. All right? So he's right in between there. The other two guys, Colbert, you roll. What you get?
Huh?
You get what? Roll a 1d4 on your damage.
1d4?
So roll 1d6 for me, for Thomas, and
1d4.
5 for Thomas.
All right, 1d4.
Yeah.
3.
3. Jeez. Okay. Well, that bites into you on the side, so you take 3 point. What do you get for Thomas?
5.
5.
Now I'm down to 1 hit point. If we didn't when we leveled up, we didn't add hit points. I'm down to 1, just so you know.
Okay. Yeah, you're down to 1. This thing actually obviously from the way you was lifting it, and Graham may have been on the side totally to miss it, we'll just say, but you were more direct, and this portion of that hammer hits you on the side and kind of pinions and hits you, but not like poor Thomas.
Oh boy.
Yeah. When y'all automatically drop it back down, that hammer starts coming back up, and it's like a huge thing.
Right.
Back up into it, okay?
Gotcha.
But Thomas is nothing but like a bug on a windshield.
Oh, no. Okay.
Okay.
Well, Lauren will yell out in anguish as this just huge hammer, right, kind of just swings down and just like decimates Thomas. That's pretty much what it is.
Yeah, you didn't yell out quite like Thomas did.
And he'll kind of push away towards Thomas, letting go of Brother Monty, and I guess crawl the rest of the way over to Thomas's body, and you guys will hear him kind of like weeping and
Yeah, Thomas is basically almost split in two. His section right here to where the bar was below the lung cavity, and his intestines and he slides down almost his top torso, tumbles off and falls, and then the legs fall over the top of it.
I get it.
That's what.
Well, more detail, Mel. More detail, please.
Yeah, don't hold back.
I don't want the camera to pan away from this. The camera's not going to pan away. So be caution. All right. Anyway, that's what you see.
All right. Well.
So is he dead?
Yeah. You could probably skin him and get his pelts.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
God. Colbert wheezing and Colbert wheezing and bent over in pain, stumbling around, sees this a look of horror, and then fairly quickly turns to Graham and says, "It looks like Lorraine would be yours."
Mine.
Now you don't need to race me for Abigail.
Oh, well, isn't that great to know? Great. Well, shall we carry on, or
Monty would like to. Is there anything identifiable on Thomas, like a chain or any personal effect that if we later find the daughter?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure. No, he's basically very. Let me see. I'm gonna do something just out of.
We could scrape some of them into a bag and deliver that.
Now this is kind of cool. I'm gonna use table fables. All right, we're gonna roll up.
Oh,
I love
yeah.
table fables. Yep.
All right. All right. All right, he's got a vial of tea tree oil. He's
Okay.
got
Her favorite fragrance, by the way.
Fragrance. There you go. There you go.
He was going to give it to her as a wedding gift.
Yep.
There you go.
And a worn, rusty horseshoe that gives the bear incredibly good luck.
Not really.
No,
Seriously.
Leave that alone. Don't touch it.
yeah, don't take that thing.
Use that
In
as
fact,
a
I bet you
grave
that
marker.
horseshoe is now imprinted in the.
Right.
In the
That
door.
horseshoe is horse.
The horseshoe's what killed him, right?
Yeah,
Drove right
right.
through his heart, right?
Oh man.
That
Okay.
horseshoe ain't
Teacher
so much.
oil it is. Okay.
That's funny.
Yowza.
I love it. Anyway,
Wow.
yeah.
So Monty's going to suggest, rather than lifting this lumber, could we chop through the middle of it?
Well,
Oh, go ahead.
Now
I'm
I'm
just-
going to say,
Like how
Like
how thick of a piece of lumber are we talking?
it's fairly thick. I mean, it's oaken. It's good wood. There's probably it's about a foot wide, a foot and a half tall.
There must be another way through this door.
Right.
They must go through it when they bolt it.
Now,
when the weight. Look,
Go ahead.
I have a question. All right. The brackets that hold the wood.
Yeah.
All right. Does it look like? Did we notice at all that when we lifted up the timber, did either one of those brackets move? Like, did they slide up?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's your trigger there.
Mhm.
So why don't we grab a piece of rope? Do we have any of you have rope?
Oof. I don't think we do. I don't think I do. I have nails. I actually have 10 nails from the
Yeah,
wreckage.
I've got iron spikes.
Maybe we could spike those brackets downward so they can't rise up when we take the timber off.
Sure. Monty will start hammering spikes into
Mhm.
between the timber and the
Yep.
All right. Well,
hold.
you hammer it down. It'll be fine.
All right. Okay. Now the question is, shall we try it again?
We must, but meanwhile, Colbert, while they're hammering these in, he goes up to the next level, up into the ruins, and grabs a spear,
Yeah.
and then comes back down with it, and he's going to wedge a spear and drive this up with the spear, kind of away from the door and away from the plank, as opposed to my body into it.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Well, I get too tired up walking all the way back up there for a spear and then clobbering all the way down. Just do what I did before. All right.
Are we rolling dice 6? Is that what we're rolling?
if there's two of you again,
Oh, right. Okay.
you're fine. You're fine.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay. So you start lifting it up,
Mm-hmm.
and it comes up. You can feel the restrained movements initially of
Okay.
the mechanism trying to go up, but then they're pinioned in. Okay.
Mm.
Into place.
You did good work, Monty.
Yeah.
Brother Monty.
Good hammer in there. Yes, hammer.
Yeah. If he was reckless, I'd have made him roll for the authenticity of his work.
If there's
It was
one thing a
deliberate.
cleric is good for, it's nailing things. They are carpenters at heart, are they not?
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, it's good. You lift it up and the bar's there.
All right. It's off. So the doors swing inwards, I suppose, towards us.
Actually, they swing outward.
Oh.
Hmm. I may
Okay.
be an ignorant man, but whoever engineered this, I'm not certain they knew I don't think they thought about coming back through it ever again. They never planned on coming back to it.
Yes. Ours is not the question why. All right.
No.
No. So what do we? So can we?
No, that's what you see.
Can we open this? Are we
Yeah.
ready to open this?
That's, you are ready.
Yes, Graham, lead the way. I'm back with Lauren. We're holding each other up now. We're both bloody. We're both dying here. So we're kind of holding each other up at this point.
Monty's standing in front of them with his shield out.
I'll shield in one hand, sword in the other, and I'll just put my shoulder into it and push this door open.
Should we put like Thomas on like a spike and carry him like a dummy? Like, poke him around corners so they can see him.
Oh,
Probably use him as a puppet. Anyway,
Yeah.
it would be literally a meat shield.
Yeah. Oh.
I've had players do that in game.
Yeah.
Drag a body as a meat shield. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
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 I did
Hey
that.
man, it's survival.
Yeah, all right. Not of the fittest, just
We were
survival.
getting shot
huh?
at, and I threw Drew's character over my back and ran away. Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh.
Whatever it takes.
It opened
That's
me
right.
weird.
Right, you gotta do.
As we step through that door, is there anything that we notice right away? Like, is there anything different on the other side?
When you step through the door, you okay, you are in. The first thing you notice, it is some torches on the inside, and there is it seems to be a block and tackle to the top of the wall. It's timbered just like that and meets in a little the concave dome-like shape, and there is a pit in the middle, and you do hear splashing of water
Oh.
and rushing out from the depths of the well, this pit in the center of the room. And in the middle of the room, there seems to be a cage that is hanging down from the block and tackle, and a mechanism over to the side that lowers and
Okay.
retrieves it.
Anyone in the cage?
No, nobody's in the cage currently, and you do.
Is it a
hear-
one big enough for one person, or like 5 people, or?
It's probably big enough for you could. It's probably about elevator size. It's rather big.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, you could fit 5 people standing up at least, or something. else.
But you need the block and tackle, is it? Can you operate from within the cage, like to lower yourself, or would somebody have to stay back up here?
Somebody would have to stay
lower the
back up
cage.
there. Yeah.
Okay.
There is a door over to the side, and you do hear a couple of moans, and that leads off into to passage to the left.
Okay.
And the room is of a similar size as before.
Right.
So I will sneak over and check the room to the left, and I will literally creep over to that other room and see if I can't hear or see into that other location. See what that moaning is.
There are other, I should say, in the same room. There's still storage items and whatnot around the outside of the wall, circumventing it. As you walk into that other room, you see there are cages on either side, probably about 8 of them. As you walk into it, and there is, you notice immediately 4 individuals huddled, single in each cage. Straw beds, or not even really beds, just straw, whatever. It smells really rank in here. They've had no sanitation, no latrine. And anyway, it's just like a cell to keep. And a lot of them, there's a moaning, but nobody seems to recognize you. It's lowly lit with a couple of torches on this corner, basically. So there's 4.
Well, under the cover of that darkness, I will get as close to one of the cages as I can and look and see if I can see in and see who's there.
Okay.
Closest cage to me without
closest
adding light.
Cage to you, you lean down, and you recognize the girl with red flowing hair. She seems to be emaciated somewhat since the last time you saw her. Less voluptuous.
I whisper, Abigail.
She gives a splits her eyes and looks over at you, and then kind of just goes back to what you do. Obviously, she's out of it.
Colbert whistles through his missing tooth and says, never fear, my dear. I am here to rescue you. And I will begin to fumble around with the gate and the door, trying to get it open. And I'll whistle loudly through my missing tooth to alert the others in the other room.
Okay.
All right.
The gate, the lock itself is not much of a lock at all.
What are
They
the
mainly stand there through fear, other than actually being locked out. But you can take that off really easy.
Okay.
the main room that we're in with the block and tackle?
Yeah.
What are the ingress points to this room besides the way that we came in? Is there any other way in?
No. It's the one you came in, and the other leading off to the prison area, and below there seems to be the only other descent.
Okay. Monty would like to, as best he can, peer down the hole and see if he can see anything down there. If there's any sign of a boat approaching or leaving. Really listen for any sort of a coming or going from that area.
The coming and going is. You do notice as you look down there a couple of centipedes. It looks like crawling along the wall and in through holes and different like that. As the tunnel basically, or the downward tunnel disappears off into it, you can see almost touches of little foam of the white caps as it goes into the base of this area, and then it goes back out. It seems to be low tide at the base of it. It's probably about, I'd say, a 40-foot drop.
Okay. As the others are heading in to look after the prisoners, Monty's going to go back and grab the lower portion of Thomas, and put it in the cage, and begin to lower the cage down.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Well, that'll take you a little bit to drag it in. Not too long.
Over the time while they're doing the other stuff.
But just from times you have to stop to catch yourself from regurgitating. But the other people are in there in the cages. Some different people. Just pointing out, there was 4 in those cages immediately. All right.
Colbert will take Abigail in his lap and brush her hair away from her face and administer water and see if she's, I'll try to pour a little water under her lips, her mouth, and maybe even see if she's hungry as I whisper softly to her, "It is okay, Abigail."
Okay, you trickle her lips with water and freshen her up, and it does rouse her out a little bit. And her eyes focus in on who you are. And when she comes around, she goes, You left me to them. And she's weakly trying to struggle and push off of you as you're pulling.
Yeah, and I just ignore all that and stare into her eyes as I'm 17 strength. She's not going to break free.
Oh, yeah, it's weak.
And I'm just going to hold her and stroke her hair out of her face.
And she starts crying.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
More from the situation than...
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Graham will pat Colbert on the shoulder and say, "It's okay, I'll take care of the other 3.
As they're illuminated in torchlight in that romantic moment.
Yeah, there is one for everybody. Isn't that wonderful?
Oh, how fortunate! Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
So these other people in the cages, who have we got?
There's one that looks like a small 17-year-old boy, or young man, rather.
Mm-hmm.
They all look somewhat emaciated, like they haven't been fed properly or watered, So
right.
they're pretty weakly. So you get one male. There is a lady of around, I would say, middle age, and another young girl. Over in another cage, there seems to be someone laying there, but they're not, as far as the fifth person, but they're not motion. They don't have any motion to them.
Okay.
At all, when called.
You said they're cold. What?
No, I mean, there's a fifth person laying in there, but he's
Okay, not
appears to be
moving.
dead. Yeah,
Appears to be dead. Okay.
yeah.
All right. And is it a female or?
Oh,
male?
it is. I'm just saying when you check her, she's dead. It's a female.
Okay. All right. Okay. Long dead or like is
No, recently.
recently? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we were too late for that one, fortunately. All right. So I think we'll go about working to get the other three out of their cages.
They seem to be
Alright.
resistance, like they can't determine whether you're coming to,
Yeah.
You're part of who put them here or whatever. If you
Well,
were part-
I'll try to reassure them as best I can, but I'm really not good at that touchy kind of feely things,
No, but
So
you would know. I forgot, Graham. You're from the village.
yeah,
So you would know.
okay,
You recognize, of course, Abigail
Mhm.
and Jolene, which is the other girl in the cage, is the one that had been missing
Alright.
for quite some time.
okay,
The
but,
other ones you do not recognize, though.
okay, all right. Well,
They
Go ahead.
clearly weren't fattening them up. What were they doing with these? They were just letting them waste away and die. Poor Abigail.
Okay.
Poor Abigail.
As y'all are doing this, Brother Monty's already he's drugged. I don't know which part of Thomas that you're bringing into the cage, but
The lower half.
the lower
I
half.
left the upper half alone.
Okay. Well, you're doing that as long as you cut the intestines, you can carry them separately.
jeez.
Anyway, you
Yeah,
set
you're taking a
him
method
in there
of
and then start lowering him down.
lower it down by the intestine.
Yeah.
There you go.
Don't waste your time with the block and tackle.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. But anyway,
That got really dark. Yeah.
he's doing that.
So, Dale, is there any sign of
Just-
my dear daughter?
No,
Well, no.
no. If you're in there looking, it's in vain.
Okay, I'll go to each cage, grabbing the bars, peering through, kind of talking to myself. Where is she? She's got to be here. Where is she?
Okay, it's going to take them. They seem very unresponsive.
Mhm.
They're starting to rouse now as if y'all give them some water and some food, and out of their stupor. They look like they're on the verge of being able to cognitively be able to be aware and tell you something. Graham, you do, like I said, you do notice the other two, and you do know Lauren's daughter, Lorraine, too, but you don't see her anywhere in there. But the other girl, Jolene and Abigail, they know her too.
Lauren, do not fret. If she's not here, I would have assumed they have shipped her. She must be in better condition. She's only been gone a few days. She cannot be in this condition.
Well, you're
That doesn't console me very much.
You hear as well as feel the end of this cage hit the bottom of this resting place as it slacks up. Okay, and if you look down there, of course you're just hearing the wash coming in, and then you can almost see it go over the shadowy form of Thomas's remains, and then it pulls back out. But it doesn't. It's not like a heavy, whatever. It's just like a gentle wash into the bottom. So, and you guys know that this river, there's certain times where it drops down and gets low, and other times it's up. So whenever it's up, it's going to feel this, you know what I mean, this thing. But right now, it's at the lowest point of the season.
So,
And does anything react to the smell of this remains down there?
No, you see. Are you pulling it back up or anything? But you don't hear
no,
anything.
I'm just kind of leaving it right near the bottom, just to see if anything reacts to its presence.
No, it's just a slow tidal flow over it and out and receding. You know, the only other activity, like I said, is maybe little movements along the wall of this crevice. Or,
so, is the block and tackle? Is it rope or is it chain?
it's chain.
It's chain.
Yeah, it's more of a big setup to where they pin in the wall.
Right.
It's a heavy cage.
Okay, but to operate it, we'd have to leave one person behind.
That's correct, unless you all want to get in there and have something rigged to.
What? Let it free fall?
Yeah, free falling. Pull a Tom Petty.
Or
Could we not go back the way we came and bring the survivors back to town?
there's that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have the wagon there.
Mm-hmm. We don't
Although
have
we
your
should maybe
daughter.
question
we don't have
what
his
they know.
daughter. Yes.
I'm not certain if this is the place to rest and get them well. We might want to move up to the next room and bar that door.
Well, they need food and water, and we don't have enough to give them that, do we?
I have but 5 days left after feeding Abigail.
And Barlow had like 7 days of rations on him.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And we are
Likewise.
what? Are we 2 days
And
from
There's
from town?
supplies. There's supplies in this room and the one previous, correct?
Oh yes, we should check them then.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, we'll ask Lauren. It is your daughter. Time is of the essence. Do you want us to push on, Lauren, or do you want us to rest?
What as far as pushing onward goes, what are the options that lay ahead of us?
Down into this
Further down.
down into this tide water.
Or the other thing is to go out and go down to the river bank and see if we can find where there's an entrance parallel to here, roughly.
Okay.
My only vision of the river over the last few days was a cliff edge. Do you think we can?
How much of a cliff is it? I don't recall.
Well, you would know that this time of the year the river drops are really low. That's why in Oakton they have to lower the boats. But at other times the river fills up and it gorges to where the drop is right now. But yeah, at this time of the year it's pretty much a cliff facing,
Okay.
like a ravine.
Maybe.
Do we have a rope? You could lower me down. I would leave the cage, the block and tackle, and lower me down into the. Nothing attacked these remains. I would be willing to be lowered in and see what is below us.
Okay, that might be a wise option.
I will. I'm more than willing to do for Lauren whatever it takes. I have Abigail back, but
Are you sure you wouldn't rather be in the cage?
no. I would like to be. I think it'd be easier for you to pull me up and out than it would be to crank this giant cage.
Very well. Very well.
Graham's like, it's your funeral. Sure.
You caught that, did you?
Okay, Brother Monty, at this time I'm assuming that you're in that room right now. You hear
Yes, sir.
You hear some men, the voices of men speaking down below, echoing up through there. They lowered the cage for us. And then there's a lot of surprise. What be this?
Oh.
And then they swing up at the cage door or whatever like that. And it's a body. It's most of a body. And then they're pulling it out or whatever. And
If they enter the cage to investigate, can we start cranking them back up?
So the cage is down, or is it above us?
he
It's up
let
here
the
with
cage
us.
all the way down with half of Thomas's body in it.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
they're opening that up.
If they step into the cage, I'd like us to start cranking them up.
Oh hell no! Oh no! Colbert. Colbert's
let me
like,
see if let me roll his.
Colbert's like, the hell you are. We have control of this situation, man.
You're in there.
I'll
You're
be
in
in a
there
cage.
embracing Abigail. Now I'm gonna roll. Two of them had been in there milling around and was, being surprised whenever you do start cranking it. All right. Let me see. Okay. One of them manages to. You hear him fall as you start to lift this up. One of them falls out, and you hear a splash. And then by the time you get up, it's far enough inside the well that the walls are closing off any kind of opening on that cage, so he can't jump off. But you've trapped one in there.
Maybe we can question him.
Okay.
So and at the point of my spear, we will question him because I can poke at him.
Yeah. So Monty will bring him just to the edge of the opening, enough that we can see his head, but that the door can't open.
Okay.
And
well, you can see down into the cage a good ways, as far especially when he gets up there close within 10, and you see a similar type guy, even though he's dressed more appropriately in full gear. Not necessarily a warrior of the land, but someone of the sea. All right, like a river pirate, so to speak. But you get my drift. You can tell a different aura about him or aspect about him, with the way he speaks and everything else. But he's cursing you and going off. And who is this? What have you done? You'll see him looking up at you. If you keep going, his head will come up, with the cage right there.
Yeah, I just want to have his head be just break above ground level, so that Colbert can do little stabbies to his head if he wishes.
Yeah, he's got his falchion out, and he's, what I mean. He's poking at you, and he's like a caged rat, essentially. If you're poking at him, you got him at your.
I'm thinking, holy man, don't you have any more of that oil of yours?
I do have one more pint of oil.
Why don't you drench this guy with it?
And
then he might be more willing to talk if he's given some incentive.
Monty walks over to the cage and begins to pour the oil over him, and looks at him and says, "May the light be with you."
He can recognize you're a priest, obviously, but get your holy water off me, and he's doing like that, and he's trying to bat it away with the sword and everything like that.
Graham goes over and gets a torch off of the wall.
Nice.
He's looking at you
over.
He does.
Just kind of holding it over him. Yeah. Is his head clicking? What's going on?
No, not yet. Even though the little sparks are coming off, and I'm gonna see if any of them touches him.
Okay.
All right. It singes it. A little flame, whatever. Then he starts patting himself down like that, and then it dawns on him what actually, with the slipperiness he sees on his skin, and he gets wide-eyed and pale, and he shrinks back into the corner of the cage.
And I'll push my spear, kind of pinning him to that far part of this
Okay, he's
cage.
holding on to the bars like that, and he's up in his.
Right.
What have you done?
Lorraine,
Where are the others?
where is the half-elf girl?
The half-elf girl, what do you mean? I have no notion of who's up here, or who we're together. Send him down. What have you done with the others? Who are you?
We are your worst nightmare.
Of course.
You have been kidnapping girls.
And he looks down real quick, and he's looking for. I need help up here.
None will be coming
There
from
he
the
has
likes
been
of
taken.
you.
And you hear a couple of guys down from below yelling up to him. So.
I say we light him on fire, send him down to his friends.
I like the way you think, youngster. Yes. All right. And I'll make a motion. I'll make a motion towards kind of trying to get the torch there into the bars so I can just drop it on him.
Okay.
But I don't want to let go of it yet. I'm really
roll
trying
to
to get
see
one.
how much of a just because I like doing this, how much of a contact you do get.
Okay, what do you want to roll?
Just a D20. Use the chaos dice.
I rolled a 4.
A 4. All right. Well, the thing drops around his feet. It is going to catch him on fire. So it's got a a paneled bottom. So it rolls. You see it drop. Fireflies pop out, sparks. It starts rolling because he's rocking the cage, whatever,
Right.
and it rolls into him and catches up and tendrils up his legs as it's starting to go up. All right?
Now we can drop you into the water if you tell us what we want to know.
He's screaming and he's too busy stomping out and trying to pat himself out and trying to kick at the torch, which is just kind of relighting it himself.
Yeah.
So
Right.
yeah, he's a little bit busy right now.
Okay.
Okay. As he's doing his little dance, yeah, you could tell you could smell a little bit of the hairs burning. He's
Nice.
tendrils up.
Nice.
And
Is there like a quick release? Is there a quick release on the blocking tackle?
Yeah, there is. I love the way.
How about that? Okay.
Now, okay, yeah, I'm gonna be quiet because.
All right. So, I mean, let him get a little panicky, and then just kind of walk over to the block and tackle.
You're a SOB, man.
hit the quick release.
When you do this, you hear click, 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 and this thing just starts to drop, and you hear him wail. It turns from a wail of being "I'm on fire" to "Oh my Lord, what is going on here?" And
now, is there a way to relock it so it like drops a little bit? And then...
Oh, nice.
Oh man, no, sorry.
As his head hits the top.
Because for it to arrest that much of a, I know what you mean, but he's on fire, but it's going down.
It's dropping down.
Yeah,
okay.
40 foot, and this thing weighs a good deal.
Good.
Oh, good.
And
all right.
Look, let me stop here. I want to roll. Oh, jeez. I rolled a 1 and a 2. This is
Come on.
This is not. No, it's not good for the two guys that were at the bottom yelling.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Nice.
So
Nice.
They're looking up and they see a flaming.
Yeah.
Right.
Flaming cage of death. It's a cage.
The flaming cage.
It's just coming down.
What's that thing, Bob? I don't know.
Yeah. You hear something?
Is it getting closer? Looks like it's getting close. Oh. Anyway, yeah, and it does. It almost, it's pretty rough. It's an immediate kill from that distance with his weight added to it.
Oh, damn.
And you hear that, and you hear him, whoa, 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 and jumping around. And then a little bit of the tide comes in, or whatever, it kind of goes over his feet, but the rest of him, he's still trapped in this cage.
Oh wow.
The opening,
Well, let's start cranking it up again then.
well, the opening is still there, is what I'm saying,
Right.
and it becomes open because the cage door was never. And then you'll see him run out.
Oh, okay. All right.
And he leaves and goes on it. All right.
Woo. Wow.
That was rough. Oh, jeez.
I guess they know
his hit points as I go.
I guess they know we're here.
Perhaps.
We have lost the element of surprise, gentlemen.
Oh, but we've gained the element of fear.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Well, you got coming. You hear just faint echo as it gets just as he's running on top.
Mm-hmm.
They can't get up here without us hoisting them up.
But you can get down there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But we have 4 souls.
Yes. Well, perhaps, as Colbert says, maybe he could go and have a look while we see to these 4 for a moment.
I would go myself, but I don't think I would make it.
So leave the cage and lower me down onto the top of the cage, and I'll see what I can see.
Very well.
And so as you enter the cage, Monty will place his hand on your shoulder and say a short prayer, and says, "Good luck, you fool." And you can roll a d6 plus 1 to heal yourself.
Good luck.
Oh, D6 plus 1? Okay.
Yeah.
5 plus 1.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Nice.
Obviously,
All right.
The light favors the fool.
It's a 6 plus 1, so I have 7 of my 12. Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Good.
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 Yeah, that's good.
All right, so he feels this warmth. He feels much better. And again, he reaches back out and puts a hand on your shoulder, makes eye contact.
tries to crack a smile, can't quite, and then begins to kind of lower himself down. I'm assuming you guys are tied the rope off or holding the rope as I kind of walk, kind of rappel down slowly. And the cage is at the bottom, right? So I can kind of get on the top of the cage. Is that right, Del? You know.
Oh yeah, you can. Yeah. And there'll be enough clearing that you can slip out. Onto the ground below.
Okay. So I will do that, and I will drop. I want to kind of get in before I descend completely to that floor. I want to see how deep this. If I can make out how deep this water is.
Okay. This water is basically ankle deep.
Oh, okay.
But it will rush in and go halfway up your shins and then go out.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But
so I will then drop down into this water and look about for these men that we were just dealing with.
Okay. What you see basically as you step out onto a hand that is below the cage, right?
Okay.
And it's open. It's not moving.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like, well, anyway, they're dead.
Okay.
They're pinned to the ground, not moving. You see off in the distance a bit of a light. It's a little bit of a curve in the natural cavern that goes around, and it opens up, but you can see the light shining through.
Like natural light?
Like natural light. You can hear the waves, obviously, because they're coming in, but you can smell that, you can smell the water strong.
Okay.
Hear it.
Okay.
All right.
I whistle up the shaft and get their attention, and then I say, we have a natural cave down here. It looks like it leads out.
You must be close to the riverbank then.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
called out. Do you feel brave enough to go forward and check? Or
he's gone. He's already splashing through the water toward this. Right.
Hello.
Colbert's already moving toward this opening.
He's gone again.
Yeah.
So what do? We sit here and just wait?
I still think we should go back up and
meet him around.
Meet him around on the outside, because he's going to come out eventually.
Okay.
And maybe we can see where he is. We can call for him.
Very well then.
And if not, you're all the closer to home with the.
I didn't want to say that, but yes.
With all the rescued.
Well, not all.
I mean, no, that's a great idea.
Most, not all.
No, but Colbert, do want to say that I roll this while you're running through. You do see like little pockets and holes in the caverns, right?
Pockets and holes.
You'll see little different animals. Is what you're saying, like centipedes and frogs and maybe different things like that are recessed back in there.
I yell down the hole, find my daughter and where of the giant bats? And then turn to try to scurry out.
He might just barely hear something. Can't make out what it is because he's wheezing as he runs through this water cave with his shield out and his spear under his arm. Right.
And I'm assuming you guys are doing...
The party basically decided to go. Colbert has embarked on a solo mission, and the other three of us are taking survivors to the surface.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Sounds like.
Okay, you guys. I mean,
then we'll see. What I'm thinking though is we're going to try and see if he comes out on the river.
Meet back up with him.
And meet back up with him. Yes, right. Meanwhile, getting these people closer to safety.
Okay. You guys make it to the top. They seem to. I'm assuming all of them's eaten a little bit. Regain some of they're more cognitively aware. They're starting to talk amongst themselves, and to you, they're saying that your heroes come to rescue them, and there's different stories about how long they've been in there, and that their captors were talking about shipping them out soon, and when the day was arrived, and
did they
just what they overheard?
Did they overhear where they might be taken?
To the Darklands is what that's the only thing that they said. The Colbert, when you splash down there, you're not going too far. It opens up into a area more of a cave.
Okay.
With an opening overhangs. There's some tendrils of foliage or vinage above the opening.
Yes.
And moored to the edge of that opening, basically kind of bouncing up against the cave wall. Like I said, the water's at least ankle deep and rushing in like that. It's a boat.
Oh,
Okay.
So you see.
Now, do I see this guy that we lit on fire? Have I seen his body laying as I run down this passage?
No, you haven't.
Okay.
But it was a short run,
Okay.
and you'll see the boat, which is it's not a huge boat. It's more like a
skiff or
a skiff
Okay.
exactly. But there are, I don't know where you're at right now as far as if you want to enter it or what.
Well, I mean, as I approach it, can I see people on board? Can I see
No, you see no
nobody's around the boat?
You see no one on board.
So I would beeline right for that and on board looking for a cage or passengers or maybe a hatch down below deck of the boat or something where there might be.
You see a hatch and you see
Captain Colbert.
there's now you see ironically little tendrils of small flame on the deck as it going up until the deck rail on the other side. Okay.
Okay.
So Romeo 1d6.
1d6.
Roll the better.
5.
Okay. No, there's no sign of it. It's just a rush of the river,
Okay.
and it's not too extreme or whatever like that. But
How fast is this river running? And is it running toward town or is it running opposite direction of town?
it's running toward town.
Okay. As I jump onto this vessel, I'm gonna cut both the I'm gonna cut the bow
Board?
line,
Yeah.
and I'll cut the stern line if there are. As I get on this vessel, I'll cut them both free, and set this thing adrift downriver, or in the whatever way it's floating.
Okay, you're on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, you just start going adrift down the river.
And then I'm gonna look to see if there's a hatch or if there's somewhere they might have stored people on this ship or this
Okay.
boat skiff.
Yeah, you open if you open a hatch and go down there. This boat seems to be totally devoid of any hands on deck or any prisoners or anything. But you do see below deck that there are cages, and quarters to hold people.
Damn them. I come back up top, and as I look around, realize I'm floating away from my friends, floating away. It dawns on me, I've set myself adrift in this river, and if they were following me, it's like it dawns on me now that, oh, damn, they won't be able to catch me.
All right, you guys are up top, and he's floating adrift unbeknownst to y'all. So when you come out on top at the ruins, what are you gonna do? Make your way back to town?
Because he's going back towards town, isn't he?
Well, we hope so.
Yeah,
Upton
y'all
is.
But yeah, you know that the river flows toward town. Yeah, it goes.
Okay, all right. So why don't we just do that then?
Load them up on the wagon.
So we're thinking worst case scenario, his body floats to town.
Washes up. Yeah. As a matter, yeah. All right. So
I will, of course, watch along the shore as this thing floats down river, looking to see if there's camps or people or activity.
that's what's crazy. What you're looking at is two cliff edges, basically. It's like a ravine in the land.
Sure.
You're like that,
Yeah.
so you really can't. You can look up there and see a
Right.
little bit.
Okay.
Now, it's interesting that you say that, though, because I want you to roll 1d6.
6. Damn, I'm rolling well.
Yeah. You see, it is at this point in time, the sun is starting to. It's more of a shadow being cast over your area, and you can't really see all that much. You think you see on the opposite shore, and I'm assuming you're looking both ways.
Sure. I'm looking for any sign of life wherever these guys might be, or
where they might be keeping prisoners. Yeah, something.
Yeah. On the opposite shore, you see little dotted torch lights start appearing as the sun is starting to fade. On your side of things, you're floating down. You're really, I know seafaring skill. I guess you're just at the mercy of.
No, I'll look for some way to steer it, so at least I can kind of keep it from hitting the walls of the canyon.
You could do that and largely keep yourself safe. Now, if we was to rotate this, because I know this is the end of the game, if you guys are, I want you to roll on your travel back. If you're going back to the city, 1d6, please.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you
Each
roll
of us.
it. Fate's in your
Todd,
hand.
you want to roll? Or who's 4?
Yeah, just for
All
the
4 of us roll?
Just for the party, one guy. Just let y'all do it.
Oh, I rolled a 4.
There you go.
Yep.
Okay. Now things are fine. You make your way back. You put everybody in the. I don't know if y'all want to stop and bury the dead or load them up, but you head back and you make your way back into town. This is a little bit of an epilogue because Colbert, whether you can make it or not, I want you to roll. Just don't roll a 1, okay?
Colbert is all of a sudden realizing he might like this open air sailing career. He's got the attention span of a squirrel, right? So he's thinking I might become a seafaring veteran. 1.
Oh my God! Okay, look, when you're getting toward that area to where you see them logging and loading off the logs, it's gotten a little bit later in the evening, and the town isn't really full bore. But you will slide by there. You're trying to, I would assume, at least
steer it so I don't hit the wall. Yeah.
Yeah, and these things like that, and you're looking up and you don't really see any life in the town or anything, and you just before you know it, you're just watching the town fade.
Go by.
There it goes.
Because you're being washed out to further down the river out to sea. Now,
I tie the stern in a straight so it won't hit the sides of the canyon, and I'll get out some rations and some water, and kick my feet up and think about the future. As I float out.
And you are definitely just floating out. It's wide as the Mississippi. You know what I mean? There ain't going to be too much of a difficulty. When you guys get back to town, to Oakton, you pull in. And I guess I'll go ahead and wrap it up. It's about that. But just kind of do an epilogue. When you pull into town, these people are so grateful, especially the ones that have been. Now, I had mentioned earlier, and I apologize a bit, that Abigail was Graham's daughter. All right? So you I forgot about that.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Well, Colbert wouldn't have known that anyway. So
okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known that. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Sure.
Otherwise, y'all could have a nice exchange, but that's what I said in the recap.
Okay.
So he got his daughter back. You're back in town. The wedding ceremonies will reconvene after all this. Whatever. There's some relief. There's the other girl, Jolene's been found. Sadly, the third girl that they had lost, you would have, I know one of you would have recognized her, or Graham would have. If the cage that had passed away was one that had been lost earlier.
Okay.
All right. But the other two, the older lady and the boy, they said that they were willing and taken off of a caravan that they came down from Norvengard before earlier. All right. So now this is what's interesting. I mean, Brother Monty, you will rejoin with what was his name? The main
Isaac?
priest.
Right, Isaac? Was it?
No.
Yeah. No, it wasn't Isaac. It was Sorry.
Maynard. You came up with Brother
yeah.
Maynard, but you'll be able to let him know and let your church know what happened to Brother Isaac's and that he's been released. All right. To this, you'll get a little, some combinations of fame, whatever comes with that. Graham, you got your daughters back. Now, Lauren, when you get back to town, you do meet up with Miriam, your wife.
Yeah. Yeah. Your memory's better than mine, Bill.
Okay. So when you're
That's right,
talking,
yeah.
when you're talking with her,
Mm-hmm.
you've obviously got bad news to break.
Oh yeah.
To her.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I just pull her to the side and break the news to her. I tell her that I'm not fully certain if our daughter, because I never found her body.
In middle of while you're saying this, she slaps you.
Oh,
And
okay.
then she throws her arms around your shoulders and starts crying or whatever. And
Okay.
then she's rubbing her hands through her. She goes, "She's all right. She's all right. Our baby's all right.
Okay.
We found her."
What?
Okay. Now, just on the side, I had rolled. Either she was going to be taken by them or she had actually ran away to get away from Thomas. Okay. So she had tried to skip out on the wedding and went over with another bow.
Feet.
And was
Don't worry, dear. We took care of that for you.
was found frolicking and
What?
cavorting with the other guys in the bushes.
She was on spring break.
She was on spring
Yeah.
break. Yes. That's what happened.
Wow.
I love the fate.
That's not good because poor Thomas.
Girl, do you know one,
I know.
2, 3, 4 people died
Right.
for you?
Yeah. I'm in.
Do we ever hear tales of the mighty pirate?
Colbert.
There.
That
Wow.
remains to be seen.
That's for another adventure.
But anyway, guys, yeah, I appreciate y'all. Let me jam this. And wrap
Oh,
it
that
up.
was awesome, man.
That was a lot of fun.
And,
That was great fun.
yeah,
Wow.
and we can get on to hopefully some other games. Let you guys.
That was
hear
awesome.
everything, So.
The Sword of Wizardry Continual Light's great. I
Yeah.
don't have any beef with it. It's sweet.
Yeah, at least nobody. Did anybody die this time? No, nobody.
Anyway, what?
No, I was close, and so was Lauren. We were
Yeah, I
both
was
very
close.
close.
Once again, yeah.
Oh,
I'm slipping.
Well, yeah, Thomas was pulverized.
Oh,
Thomas,
Thomas. Yeah, he was the one.
Poor
Yeah.
Thomas.
Poor Thomas. Dang it.
Yeah.
At least he didn't have to live to see that crap.
Yeah, I know, right? He would have wanted to join us forever then.
Yeah,
All right.
come back and found out she was cheating on him. In the
Yeah,
wizard.
right.
Oh,
damn.
That'll do it every time.
There you go. That's true to life, you know, ain't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, everybody, thanks for watching.
That was awesome, Del.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Del.
man.
Yeah.
Hey,
Thanks
thanks,
so much.
guys. Unbelievable. Yep.
Thanks a lot, guys.